Tav X Hebrews. Purity and becoming one. That's right. How do we become pure? How do we become pure? It's only one way, fam. You're going to have to turn to the God of Israel, the Most High God, Yahweh. Some people call him Yahuwah. Some people call him Yah. He has all kind of aliases, all kind of titles. Too many to name. The mighty one of Jacob. All praises to the mighty one of Jacob for waking us up, y'all. We've come so far as Old Testament only Hebrews. And to the remnant of Gentiles out there that's going to cleave to us. If you cleaving to us and you are a Gentile, you done came a long way as well. Everybody who turns to Yahweh and him only, he is going to bring you up. He's going to raise you up. He's going to, quote unquote, rear you up. Can't make none of this up, Lee. Good to see people in here, brothers and sisters. Y'all know we always give it a few minutes to see if any brews are going to get the notifications, because usually YouTube doesn't send out notifications. It's almost a miracle sometimes if people actually show up because of the notifications. YouTube, they don't like to send them out. And we know why. Because of the kind of stuff that we talk about over here. The kind of stuff that the Old Testament only worshipers talk about. The stuff that we talk about is like, it's next level, y'all. And I'm not saying it just because it's us, but the people who serve Yahweh and Him only, doesn't matter where we are, doesn't matter what we calling ourselves, we have a leg up on everybody else, because everybody else is right off the bat loving, serving, and worshiping another God. Just like we went live yesterday, we watched a couple of seconds of that crazy guy from GMS, and y'all heard with your own ears, he said, worship Yahweh, and then go worship the Most High. He said it out of his own mouth. You saw it. Wasn't no editing or nothing. We watched it together. That guy ought to be ashamed of himself. Hit the like button, family, on your way in the Dizor. And we're going to get started at like literally the 10-minute mark. Consider this video a audio only recording. Again, consider this video a audio only recording. And be sure to hit that like button, okay? Tavex to each and every one of you, purity and becoming one, a family. The harder that we lean into the Most High and doing His will, which is the commandments, the harder that we lean into that, the Most High is going to lean into us even harder, y'all. It's literally like crunch time right now. It's crunch time. It's time to go hard in the paint. Can't you feel the atmosphere? This is something that you can't really see physically with your physical eyes. This actually is spiritual. And YouTube says we got one person in here watching right now. I definitely don't believe that. But see, these are the kind of little games that YouTube likes to play to try to discourage people. YouTube literally says one person in here, which I don't believe that. But even if it was, it doesn't matter. Whoever needs to see this is going to see this. And today we're going to be digging into the revelation of Zephaniah, or known as the Apocalypse of Zephaniah. Call it what you will, family. Revelation of Zephaniah or Apocalypse of Zephaniah. It's a look into the spirit realm. Yes, it is. Okay? The church never wanted us to see these books. Part of our journey, y'all. Look, we didn't get to where we at today by playing by the quote-unquote rules. To get to where we at today, each and every one of us had to step outside of the box. We had to think outside of the box. And it doesn't matter who you are in this world. If you worship in the Most High and Him only, I don't care who you are, where you are. You have made a conscious choice to swim upstream and to step out of the box. It takes mental fortitude in this world that we live in. It takes spiritual strength, mental strength to serve Yahweh and Him only in a world where 95% of the people have multiple other gods. Not us. Not us. We standing firm for Yahweh and Yahweh only. We don't care nothing about no idols. We are not going to let our enemies tell us what we can read. Y'all do know that's where all of that stuff comes from. Don't read this, brother. Brother, don't read this. Hey, sister, you ought not read that, sister. The Most High is going to get you. Going to get you. The Most High is going to take you out and take your life because you are searching for him and searching for truth, huh? That's the word in the streets nowadays. And it's been that word for quite some time. Don't read that, brother. Don't read that, sister. The Most High is going to get you for reading that. Last I checked, that kind of talk and that kind of thought started with the Roman Catholic Church. So why is it that so many of our people will tell you, brother, don't read this, brother. Brother, don't read that. Because that's what the Pope told them. See, the Pope was the head honcho. See, I'm going to run this play down to y'all. The head honcho was JC. JC ran it down to the Pope. The Pope took the play and he ran it down to everybody on the earth. And that's the way it's going to be. You understand? You're going to follow the blood God. JC is like a jack of all trades. He's an interchangeable idol. He can be this idol or that idol. Okay? JC runs this earth. Believe that. He runs this earth. That's why everybody worships him. You go to these so-called churches, whatever you want to call it, all everybody is in there hollering out the name of JC. Nobody cares about the Father. It's all about JC. I can see it, y'all. Just like the Old Testament ancient battle, Uncle Elijah against the prophets of Baal. And all of us today who's standing with Yahweh is going to represent Uncle Elijah, and we're going to fight against the millions and millions of prophets of Baal. And the chief of the Baal prophets is JC. That's the mascot anyway. Regardless of whether there's another spiritual entity in the invisible world doing all this stuff, the mascot is JC. Don't read this, don't read that, and believe in JC, or we're going to put you to death. That's been the word a little more than 2,000 years, and now that garbage is over. The Most High's chosen people are literally being spiritually resurrected, and then at some point, probably soon, it's going to be a physical resurrection, y'all. Let me read some of these comments, y'all. I'm going to read all these comments, and then we're going to read, we're going to read some of the revelation of Zephaniah, all that good old stuff that the church and the Pope and your pastor and your elders, teachers, everybody on the earth is against this kind of stuff that we read. But you know why we're going to read it anyway? Because you got the spirit of the Most High on you, and the Most High is telling you, read, and you know what Uncle Daniel said. Uncle Daniel said knowledge will be increased. Ain't nothing wicked about what we reading. This is supposed to be in your regular Old Testament. But, of course, the usual suspects, the church, the Pope, the usual suspects. The people who you run to every weekend and go sit up under and let them tell you what you can and what you can't read. This is mind-boggling to me at this point anyway. It's completely mind-boggling. We got Brother Capri 10 in his house. Capri 10 says, Shalom, fam. And a good shalom to you, Capri 10. Good to see you, broski. Hope all is well with your brother. We got King David in the house. King David says, Tav X. Finish him. Tav X, King David. Good to see you, brother, as always. Good to see all of y'all. All of y'all heavy hitters. All of y'all spiritual giants. Up 555. Can't make this up. Giving roll call to all of the chosen ones in his house. That's right. 555 in the house. I can't make this up. Do you see it? Shout out to Numbers Gang out there. We understand that the Most High speaks through all kind of ways, and Numbers is definitely one of the ways. Even the book in the Torah called Numbers. Don't tell me Numbers don't mean nothing. I'm not buying it. I ain't buying it, man. I'm not buying it. Yeah. Just hold up 1 second. Give me 1 second, fam, as I'm about to read these comments. But I want y'all to hit the like button, family. Can you hit the like button, fam? Hit that like button. Yeah. The like button. Oh. Hit the like button. Yeah. Do. Oh yeah. Hit the like button. Talking to the Hebrews. Where you at? I'm talking to the Hebrews. Yeah. Talking to the Hebrews. Hit the like button. Hebrew worldwide. We're going worldwide. From DC to the Middle East. Yeah. Tarvex to everybody. Tarvex to Brother King David once again. Good to see y'all. Y'all make a nigga feel real good. Talking to the Hebrews. Yeah. I'm talking to the Hebrews. Tarvex. We got Hazelwoods. Hazelwoods. Hazelwood says, hey, Mr. Real Talk and family. Tarvex. And a good Tarvex to you, Hazel Wizards. Always a pleasure to see you, fam. Hazelwood says, at Capri 10 and King David, waving emoji. Waving, that's right. Get your wave on, fam. We got Earth Healing Angel in his house. What's going on, Earth Healing Angel? Earth Healing. Earth Healing Angel in his house. Yeah. Earth Angel in his house. Earth Healing Angel, and she goes. Shalom, brother Mr. Real Talk, Capri 10, King David, Hazelwoods, and all the family coming in. Peace, love, and barakas. Loving emoji. That's right. I love the brotherhood and the sisterhood. Shout out to you, Earth Healing Angel. We got stormy weather in the building. Stormy weather goes clap, 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 clap. Salute. I am here. What's going on, stormy weather? Good to see you in the building. Yes, yes. Stormy weather says same thing. That's right. Earth Healing Angel says, at Shalom, sis Stormy. That's right. And stormy weather goes with the waving emoji. That's right. Get your wave on, fam. Stormy weather goes laughing emoji. That's right. Y'all know we always got to get a few laughs up in this joint. Capri 10 says, at Hazelwoods, strength emoji. Stormy weather says, amen. And he is dead. Indubitably. Yes, he is. Capri 10 says, at Earth Healing Angel, strength emoji. Stormy weather says, but he is the same idol. Yes, he is. It's spiritual, y'all. This thing is deep. That's why a lot of people don't really want to go there. Earth Healing Angel, and she goes, at Brother Mr. Real Talk, have you been sending out notifications and we are not seeing them? because we kept looking for the notifications. You know what? YouTube, Earth Healing Angel, I know you are subscribed to the channel, but make sure that you got the bell turned on. To those of you who might not have the bell for notifications turned on, you might want to hit the button to unsubscribe and then hit the button again to resubscribe, and make sure you hit the bell where it says bell, or it'll say all, so that you get all notifications. So every time I upload a video or every time I go live, YouTube is supposed to immediately send out notifications. If you're subscribed and you got the bell on, it's supposed to say immediately. As soon as I start going live, within like a few seconds, everybody who is subscribed and they got the bell for notifications turned on, you should immediately get a notification that I'm live. But see, sometimes even when you do got the bell turned on and you are subscribed, YouTube, they just won't send the notification out because they don't want us gathering over here, because YouTube know that it's power when people come together under the Most High and Him only. They know that that's where the real power is, mentally, physically, spiritually. And see, the powers that be know that we are closer than ever before, y'all, to actually touching spiritual power from the Most High God. They know that way before we even had an inkling to even think about these kind of things, pray for these kind of things. The powers that be knew one day that God's chosen people was going to turn back to Him. It wasn't going to be a lot of them, just a handful, just a remnant. We're going to turn back to the one true God. And once they do that with all their heart, mind, and their soul, at some point, they're going to figure out and understand things that they never could figure out and understand before. And one of them is how to tap into spiritual power. Can't make this up, y'all. And I was thinking about something earlier today, y'all. It literally dawned on me. I'm not making this up. Sound confirmation. it literally dawns on me. Look, maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm tripping, but I don't think that I'm tripping. Maybe I am. I don't think that I am. Sound confirmation is spiritual. Okay? I never learned about sound confirmation in school. I never read about it in the scriptures. I never heard a pastor or elder or teacher talk about it. I just suddenly became aware of it one day. And once I became aware of it, I started shouting it from the mountaintops because it's something that exists and is true. Sound confirmation, family, to me, now y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but it appears to me that sound confirmation could be one of our spiritual powers, because that's spiritual, y'all. It's not written in a book. At least, look, if it is written in a book, I never heard of it being written in a book. I've never seen it, never heard the term. That's just the best way that I can describe what I've witnessed too many times to count. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've mentioned it. And see, this is the thing. Once it gets pointed out to you, some people see it, some people don't. But there are a handful of people out there who see it as well. And I'm inclined to believe that that is one of our spiritual powers, just barely cracking the surface. So-called allegedly stumbled across sound confirmation, allegedly. Could it be that that is a spiritual power that we have? Some of us see it, some of us don't. Some of us tap into it, some of us don't. I've been telling people about it. Some people have just been hardcore against it, like, no, brother, no. Even though they see it, because I point it out every time I see it now. I mean, sometimes when I be in the physical realm, I'll point that out to people and they be like, no, brother, I don't believe in that. Even though you're witnessing it dozens of times because I'm pointing it out to you. See, here's the thing. When something is 100% true, it doesn't need anybody to believe it. Like, the truth is 100% truth, whether it's written in a book or not. If it's true, it's true. But let me get ready to go down. I'm going to read these comments. Good to see y'all, though. But yeah, Earth Healing Angel, I wouldn't be surprised if they are not sending out the notifications, even if you got them turned on. Stormy Weather says it belongs to us as people. That's right. Bring it out, Stormy Weather. Let them know, Stormy Weather. We got Brittany Bill. Brittany Bill gives the hang 10 emoji. Totally rad, dude. I guess that's what that is, but y'all see the emoji. What's going on with you, Brittany Bill? Nice to meet you. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And let me know this, Brittany Bill. This is something that we just ask everybody, right? Because I don't remember seeing your name in the live chat before. So, Brittany Bill, is this your first time on this channel? Or is this just your first time saying something in the live chat? Either way, nice to have you here, Brittany Bill. And how long have you been on this channel? Is this your first time? How did you find this channel, Brittany Bill? We all like to know stuff like that because YouTube hides this channel. But it's nice to have you here, Brittany Bill. Welcome to the channel. I am your brother, Mr. Real Talk. And this is your go-to YouTube channel for brotherhood, sisterhood, and an attempt at righteousness. That's what we got going on over here. If you don't know, I'm just saying that if this is your first time, I don't know. You let us know, Brittany Bill. Welcome, though. Welcome to the family, Brittany Bill. Stormy Weather says 777. I like that, Stormy Weather. And it says we have 7 people watching in the live chat, along with 777 by Stormy Weather, which will make that a 7777. That's right. Numbers gang in the building, baby. Earth Healing Angel. And she goes. This is the second night live in a row when you say 555 with you in the west. I look on my time in east, and both times 12:55 a.m. Very interesting, Earth Healing Angel. Very interesting. 12:55. You know what? I'm going to take that and I'm going to dive into the scriptures with that number at some point. I can't do it right now because we on live. But that's what we do when we find these numbers. We keep seeing these numbers. We go into the scriptures. At least for now, that's one of the uses of these numbers. These numbers could have another use and another meaning as well. Only time will reveal. Only time will reveal as we begin to get our spiritual power back. And like I told y'all, I believe that sound confirmation, those of us who have the ability to see that and notice it and understand that it is what it is, I believe that that is spiritual, and I believe that that is on a microscopic level. I believe that is a small form of spiritual power. Because a lot of people deny sound confirmation. And look, I can't blame them. Because like I said, I never read about that in no book. I never heard no teacher, elder, pastor, nobody. I've never heard nobody say nothing about that. The Most High just made me aware of it because he kept on making it happen until I had no choice but to acknowledge it. It was actually quite jaw-dropping. And when I try pointing it out to people, I understand when people can't see it or they're like, no, brother. I even had somebody tell me one time that there was witchcraft. Believe it or not, fam. Because the Roman Catholic Church, the devil the Bible speaks of, they've scared the hell out of everybody on the earth. Only they are allowed to do supernatural things. Anybody else even thinking about doing anything else, that's witchcraft, that's evil, that's sorcery, because that's what the church told you. Y'all know around here, we don't care nothing about no church. None of them. Okay? If you into church, there's no way you can stay on this channel for more than a video and a half. A video and a half at max. Shout out to Earth Healing Angel, though. Earth Healing Angel says again, this is the second night live in a row when you say 555 with you in the West. I look on my time in the East, both times 12:55 a.m. So you telling me, Earth Angel, I have to remember this. Right now, it's a little after 1 a.m. in the East. Hey, shout out to you, Earth Healing Angel, for being up at this hour of the night. Shout out to you, Earth Healing Angel. Earth Healing Angel says, you better say. Hey, y'all make me feel good. When I get around the chosen ones, y'all make me feel good, y'all. Y'all make me feel good. Ain't no telling nigga might start singing, rapping, who knows? Y'all definitely make me feel good, though. Because you know what? I can feel the presence of so many chosen ones. Probably everybody in here right now is probably one of them ones. Whether you're making comments or not, I can feel your energy. And look, if y'all think I just be saying that, no, I don't. The other day we was on here, I kind of kept going on and on a little bit about how Earth Healing Angel is a natural born healer, and I can feel her healing spirit. And then she pops out and confesses that she's some kind of medical practitioner, health practitioner, or something like that. I'm not making this up. When I tell y'all I be feeling y'all spirit, when I say that, I really mean that. I'm not just making things up. I'm not going to do that. There's some powerful people in this live chat right now. Dare I say every one of yous? Dare I say every one of yous? We got Stormy Weather in the building. Stormy Weather says, I am reading this stuff. I need to learn how to moderate. I am not computer savvy, so give me time tomorrow to do my homework. No problem, Stormy Weather. I just had to hit you with a wrench, though, because I see you be up in here, Stormy Weather. And you know what? I can feel your spirit, Stormy Weather. Oh, yeah. I can feel all of y'all spirit. Whether you comment in the live chat or not. And I'm not making this up. I kid you not, I'm not making this up. When I tell y'all I can feel the spirit of mighty ones in this chat, dare I say every single one of these people in here right now on this live is a mighty one, a chosen one. Right now on my end, I don't know what y'all see. My end says we got 9 people in here, and now just jumped down to 7. I don't know how many people in here. But see, that don't even matter. They're doing that to try to play with me and to try to play with y'all. I can feel y'all spirits in here. This live chat, maybe everybody in here right now is one of them ones. And you are radiating an energy. Remember, I told y'all the Most High made me super, 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 super spiritually sensitive. Y'all, if I told y'all some of the stuff that I can feel, I mean, y'all probably ain't gonna think I'm crazy because y'all are crazy too. In a good way. Shout out to Stormy Weather. Stormy Weather says, it is written in a book. What? Whoa. What? What, Stormy Weather? Hold up. Stormy Weather says, it is written in a book. Hey, Stormy Weather, are you talking about sound confirmation, Stormy Weather? Or are you talking about something else? Stormy Weather, I know you are not trying to tell me that you read about sound confirmation before in a book, or are you talking about something else? Hey, Stormy Weather, you got to let me know what you're talking about, fam. Stormy Weather says, laughing emoji, God talks to us. He most certainly does. He most certainly does, Stormy Weather. Earth Healing Angel says, as Stormy Weather, yes, I have to read moderation tools as well, so I can be effective. That's right. Hey, y'all, me too. Y'all probably know more about wrenching than me. I'm not I'm not super tech savvy, y'all. I know just enough to keep from drowning, family. But I do know that y'all need to be rinsed up because y'all are powerful. And y'all are a part of the family. And you have wisdom. Everybody in here who got these wrenches, I believe that every one of you with these wrenches has a certain level of wisdom and knowledge that requires you to be wrenched up. Okay? Yeah. Shout out to everybody in the live chat. Stormy Weather says, put me on the spot. Laughing emoji. Yeah, Stormy Weather. Yeah, I know I surprised you, right? I got you, right? Earth Healing Angel. And she goes, yeah, I don't take it for granted. That's right. That's right. Capri 10 says, truth, that shofar is one of them, a sonic weapon of the angelic forces. We walked around the walls of Jericho blowing the shofar. Joshua 6, 1 through 5. Hey, bruh. Hey, bruh. Hold up, bruh. Bruh. Hold up, bruh. Bruh. Hold up, bruh. 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 I kid you not. I was at slavery today and more than once. Because look, like you said, I've been in slavery today, brother, thinking about everything. Thinking about the Most High, thinking about the nation of Israel, thinking about us being delivered, thinking about us triumphing over our enemies. Y'all, just like this brother just brought up, Capri 10, I was thinking about how when we marched around Jericho, brother, and how when we blew that horn and we had that ark, all of that was supernatural. You might as well go ahead and say supernatural superhero stuff. Superhero stuff is supernatural, is it not? What we did in the ancient days, and there's plenty of other stories, I'm telling you, they took those stories out. All the stories they didn't put in there, y'all. But going around Jericho, like you said, that was a supersonic weapon of them angelic forces. Certain kind of tunes and frequencies in music, when it's played, can do certain things. And you know what? I just got to thinking, even as I was serenading the live chat, thinking about all the stuff that we've been thinking about, talking about. Could it possibly be that I'm just thinking, right? I'm just thinking. And don't let people fool y'all. It's not a sin to think. Okay? Like this brother just said, that shofar is literally a weapon. Believe it or not, y'all. Yeah, it can soothe you, but it's also a weapon at its highest level. Could it be that also singing songs could be a weapon as well, bringing all these things together? Could that be one of the tools? I'm just thinking out loud, family, because we are going to get spiritual power. Okay, it's gonna happen in our lifetime. We are going to be the generation that brings spiritual power back to the earth. I know y'all can feel it. I know y'all can feel it. And then it will be nothing that nobody gonna say. They're gonna be scared straight of you, Hebrew. Like I said, I already said it. I don't know who it's gonna be, a man, a woman, wherever they're gonna be. Somebody's gonna do something. And somebody's gonna do a spiritual deed. Somebody's gonna commit a spiritual act, and it's gonna be out in public in the open. Nobody gonna be able to brush this under a rug. It's gonna be on too big of a stage. Somebody's gonna do it. And boy, when they do. I don't care when it is. I don't care who it is. Remember, you heard it here first. All we got to do is live long enough. That's all we got to do. It's like playing a game of hide and seek. We seeking the Most High with all our heart, mind, and soul. Okay, and the closer we get to the Most High, certain things come with that. We've been dumbed down, and for good reason, because I said it yesterday. They know for a fact, once the children of the Most High get their hands, once we get our hands on spiritual power, somebody's gonna bite the dust. Oh yeah, it's gonna be time to see who's really tough out there. We got tanks, M16s, Dracos, 100 round, 100 round, 100 round, bulletproof vests, rocket launchers. That is not going to be able to stop somebody who's wielding spiritual power. I'm telling you, they're going to be scared to death of you. And you know what they're going to try to do? Trust me, they're already trying to get out in front of it. They've been trying to get out in front of this for the last 2,000 years. The more and more they see you go into this, you getting closer to your power, they're going to say, you're a sorcerer. You're a witch. You are a warlock, sir. You're wicked. Even though everything you're going to be doing, everything you're going to be researching is going to be in the name of Yahweh. I'm telling you, whoever that person is, to be the person to break the quote-unquote spiritual ice in modern day times. Imagine that. Somebody's going to break that spiritual ice, Hebrew. I don't know who it's going to be. It's going to be somebody. Well, look, wouldn't it be something if it's one of you, somebody in this live chat right now? Never say never, but remember what I was telling y'all yesterday. In order for you to actually be able to bring down fire from heaven and destroy your enemies, you're going to have to actually believe that you can do it. Remember that, Hebrew. Remember that. And look, it may sound like crazy talk. Guess what? Somebody out there is saying, oh, Mr. Real Talk, he gone too far now. I'm going to unsubscribe. Hey, be my guest. Be my guest. We deal with reality around here. The hardcore reality. It ain't pretty, but it's real. So that's why we deal with it. Can you dig it? Shout out to Capri 10. Earth Healing Angel says, welcome, Miss Paka. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you in advance. Good looking, Earth Healing Angel. Stormy Weather says, you are the second one talking about Jericho. You see this? And y'all know why? The Most High is putting it in brothers and sisters' spirit to talk about this. You know why? Because we are going back to the old paths, the old ways, when we can actually play an instrument and take down your kingdom. Do y'all see that? And see, we've been looking at that story, y'all. We've been looking at that story with Christian eyes for 2,000 years. That is actually, if niggas did that today, they would accuse every one of them of being a witch. I'm talking to somebody out there. You know what they would say? They're doing magic. That's what they would say. But they would leave out one critical part. They were doing righteous magic. Yeah, I said it, nigga. Righteous magic. Because I don't care what nobody says. If you saw a whole bunch of niggas marching through New York City and they all broke out shofars and they started blowing those things, and then people started collapsing, buildings started collapsing, y'all would say that that's magic. Y'all would say that that's high-level sorcery and voodoo. I know you would. I ain't talking about y'all on here. I'm talking about the world. The masses would look and they would say, that's evil. When this is what your forefathers had the power to do. Blow on a shofar and destroy kingdoms. Y'all, we've been looking at that story wrong the whole time, y'all. Wow. It's just dawning on me right here, right now. I already know somebody gonna call me wicked. Look, do I care? Hell no. Niggas been calling me wicked for the last 2 years. Because this channel, what we've been doing for the last year and a half, the last 16 months on this channel, we have been nose diving into the rabbit hole of truth. And we don't give a damn what we find. Sound confirmation, letting you know that what? Everything I just said is true. This is a form of spiritual power right now. And I'm not making this up to try to make it seem like I'm somebody or not, because I'm nobody. But I do understand when I see something going on. This is spiritual. This is just a glimpse of the spiritual power that we have, y'all. If you can even recognize that this is spiritual, what you're witnessing with this sound confirmation, you probably, you're definitely one of them ones, and you have this power too. You're going to start seeing it more. I can't make none of this stuff up. Earth Healing Angel says it was now 1:11 a.m. Y'all see that? Back to the numbers. You see that? Spiritual. We cannot make this stuff up. Stormy Weather says, is it in the morning? Earth Healing Angel says, for me, Sister Stormy, yes. Stormy Weather says, I have been reading. Okay. Let me see. Hazelwood says, my aunt told me today when she was at church, God told her to leave the church and she haven't been back since. But she thinks it was JC, not realizing it was the Most High warning her. Hey, all praises to the Most High God. And you know what, Hazelwoods? Hopefully, that is the beginning of something. Hopefully, that's the beginning of something, Hazelwoods. And you know what? I remember one time when I had a dream, and it was the Most High God, Yahweh himself, literally spoke to me, y'all, in the dream. Just like I'm talking to y'all right now, out of left field, out of the blue, he just started talking to me. And because I believed in JC, I thought that was JC talking to me. I had no idea. And once I became Most High only, and I realized that Yahweh himself talked to me, I'm nobody. But he came to me in a dream, y'all. I ain't never been that afraid in my life, y'all. And I done been in some pretty sticky situations before, but I ain't never been more terrified as I was that night. I had that dream, and Yahweh talked to me just like I'm talking to y'all right now. I thought I was getting ready to die. I didn't think that my body could hold up under the sound of his voice, because his voice was so big and so powerful. Like, I literally felt like my body was gonna, I don't know how to say, like, I almost want to say my bones were rattling. Like, you know how you watch cartoons and somebody be so afraid and they're shaking with fear, you can hear their bones. If I'm not mistaken, fam, I do want to say that I heard my bones rattling. Some of y'all might not know what I'm talking about. I've told that story before. Maybe another time I'll come on here and I'll tell y'all about that dream again, because there's somebody out here. We have new family members over here who may have not heard that. And y'all, that's the most terrified I've ever been in my life. And it was nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. It was like nobody on earth existed except me and the Most High. I was terrified. I thought he was getting ready to put me to death. And he didn't threaten me or nothing. He just started talking. He didn't say, I'm the Most High. He didn't say, I'm JC. He just started talking, and he just started addressing me. And I thought it was JC. I was terrified. But I come to realize, as soon as I became Most High only, I went to the Most High, and I apologized to him, and I repented to him for giving JC the credit when it was him the whole time. I mean, I cannot believe that Yahweh himself actually came and spoke to me, like verbally, like I'm talking to y'all right now. I'm telling y'all, I was scared to death. You couldn't tell me I wasn't going to get put to death. As soon as he started talking, I was like, up, time to die. There's no way my body can survive this. Like, it was too powerful, y'all. It was too fearful. And I didn't see anything. He just started talking. Sound confirmation, what? Letting you know that I'm not lying. I'm not making this up. Do y'all see this is a form of spiritual power? And it seems like sound confirmation really be wanting to back me up sometimes. I cannot make this up, y'all. I can't make this up. I wouldn't make this up because I know the Most High put me to death if I come on here and play with y'all. I'm not doing that. Hopefully that's the beginning of something good with your Aunt Hazel Woods. Capri 10 says, good looking out on the wrist, brother. No problem, Capri 10. Good looking out with you. Just for showing up over here on this live, brother. Good looking out for all of y'all. Stormy Weather says, thanks. I can move a few mountains. That's right. Move those mountains, Stormy Weather. Oh my goodness. Stormy Weather says, yes. Sounds. Wow, Stormy Weathers. Hey, y'all. Wow. 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 Stormy Weather said that she already knew about sound confirmation, and she's read in books about sound confirmation. Wow. Hey, family, I'm telling y'all, I'm not gonna lie. I gotta say, I'm a bit shaken up by this. I ain't gonna lie, family. I'm very shaken up by this. Because I had no idea. Sound confirmation, letting you know that I'm not making this up again. I had no idea that sound confirmation was written anywhere in a book. Because I've never heard nobody speak about it. I've never read it in a book. No preacher, no pastor, no neighbor, no nothing. I never heard anybody. I didn't even know where to know. Look, I just assumed in my mind. I assumed that I know that there's somebody out there who sees this sound confirmation thing. They might not call it that, but I knew that there was somebody else out there who had to be aware of this thing or see this thing. I know that there's no new thing under the sun. I was just amazed at how I had never heard nobody, even to this day. I don't know anybody personally who knows about this. And now Stormy Weather is telling me that she read this in a book. Y'all, I'm blown away. I am freaking blown away. And you know what that lets me know? Sound confirmation is spiritual, and a part of our spiritual power is to be able to know things even without reading it. I'm talking to somebody out there right now. How in the hell do I know about sound confirmation? Cannot make this up, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. This is really blowing my mind right now. Earthfield Angel says, at Hazel Woods, this is a beautiful beginning of her spiritual awakening. So happy for her. Let's keep praying for her eyes are completely opening out of the sleepy state. That's right. That's right. Stormy Weather says, sound confirmation is why. This is crazy. I can't believe it. Stormy Weather, this is unbelievable. Stormy Weather says, yeah, you got me. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. My mind is blown away, y'all. My mind is blown away. Look, confirming what I thought in my spirit, y'all. There's some things out there, even though we never read it, information they tried to hide, we just know it because we know it. The Most High will show it to us some way, somehow. You know why? Because we got spiritual power. All of us on this channel, we are one of them ones. And spiritual power, spiritual insight, and high spiritual awareness is one of the fringe benefits, I guess you could say, of being one of them ones. How in the hell did I'm telling y'all, I'm going to be dreaming about this tonight. You know what? Without a doubt, for sure, spiritual graduation. all of a sudden, I'm not making this up, y'all. I feel a flood. I feel a flooding sensation in my body. I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up. Because me, Sister Stormy Daniels letting me know that there's a book out there that talks about sound confirmation. Is letting me know that lots of us, we know things, but you've been doubting yourself. You know things, and somebody asks you, well, where did you read that at? And you tell them, I didn't read it nowhere. And they'll say, oh, you're making that. How do you know then? And you actually be honest and tell them, I don't know how I know. The Most High showed it to me. And then that's when they'll look at you with that Christian smirk and that Christian glare, because Christians don't have spiritual power. I'm telling y'all, family, to the ones who can see and the ones who can smell it, spiritual power is closer than we ever could have imagined, y'all. I know somebody out there can feel it. I'm so happy, y'all, because I know that it's on the way. Look at what we're doing right now. Y'all, we are basically at a superhero spiritual power training camp. Cannot make none of this up. Stormy Weather says, yes, it is. And she says, drums too. I guess you're talking about drums being like a big time weapon that you can use. Yeah. Just like King David used to use the harp to run off evil spirits. You can say what you want. That is a form of righteous magic. Some people gonna call it righteous witchcraft. I don't care what you call it, y'all, because I know that the Roman Catholic Church have rifled all through our records. And they're gonna call it whatever they need to call it to keep you away from it. You think they want you knowing? You think that they want you actually really meditating on the fact that the Most High doesn't change? And if that is true, then that means that there is other ways that you can war against your enemies, like drums, like shofars. And y'all, I'm telling you, spiritual graduation is in full effect. We're having a spiritual graduation right now. I don't even know what grade we in, but I know we graduating. Here we are. Here we are. Earth Healing Angel says at Hazel Woods, sis, I could be transparent. The same thing happened to me many years ago. Abayah moved me out the church. The church member said I needed to see a psychiatrist. Hey, y'all see this? That's how they do, y'all. They're going to say whatever it takes to get you reeled back in. Look, God forbid you should start using righteous magic. And then you can say what you want. Brother, see, I told you. You know what somebody out there saying about me right now? I told you Mr. Real Talk was wicked. See, he's doing magic. Nigga, that's what you called it. So I'm using the words that you understand. I'm telling you, the same way that these wicked bastards for the last 2,000 years, the powers that be running this world, they've been tapping into power. You can call it magic, the dark side. See, what they don't want you to understand is, and I did a video about that about a couple of weeks ago, the duality of life. You think that the sorcerers in Egypt can do their sorcery on their left-hand side, but there ain't no answer to that? You think that they doing that in a vacuum? You don't think that there is a side B to that side A, which is the evil side? The side of the niggas in Egypt, the wise men in Egypt, the sorcerers, the magicians. Because look, you notice after Moses did his thing, then they said, well, we're going to call in our guys too. Moses didn't do what he did in a vacuum. He was on the righteous side of the same coin. That's what y'all got to start understanding, that the duality of life. There is no up without down. There is no left without right. You can't have evil spiritual power without righteous spiritual power. Moses was doing righteous spiritual power. The niggas in Egypt was doing wicked spiritual power. You can call it whatever you want. Sorcery, magic, who cares? As long as you're doing it in the name of Yahweh. I don't care what you call it. Yahweh is controlling both sides anyway. And the way that he got it set up, the righteous side of spiritual power always prevails, because that's the way the king of power wants it. You see how easy that is when we get Roman Catholicism the hell out of our mind? And they are afraid because they know once we tap into real spiritual power, somebody getting put to death around here. And we ain't gonna need no guns to do it neither, nigga. Yeah, that's what they are afraid of. And y'all, do y'all know how afraid they are of that? We can be wherever we are, calling on the Most High. Once we figure it out, I'm telling y'all, and we're going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out. Look, just like we got to where we are today, not because of who we are, but because of who our God is. And we holding on to him and clinging to him for dear life. And he is showing up and showing out in ways that our forefathers, our ancient forefathers, would be so happy to see where we're headed, because they see us turning back. And when we turn back, sometimes we forget we're going to get all of the things that come with turning back, and turning back to the Most High God in these end days. I mean, it goes without saying, you're going to be hooked up to the spiritual power. And once we learn how to tap all the way in, like I said, somebody going to get put to damn death around here. And that's what they are afraid of. Because you ain't going to need no rifle. You ain't going to need no M16, no 100 round. You ain't going to need no helicopter. All you're going to need to know how to do is to carry out whatever kind of method or holy ritual that we need to do. Yeah, nigga. Oh, yeah, we going there. We are going to go there. We want it all. We want the kingdom. And we going to get it too. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. A chosen ones, now is our time, family. Stormy Weather says, manifestation through songs. That's right. See, it's deeper than just King David just playing a little sweet, little soft tune on the harp. No, spiritual, y'all. Frequencies. See, they never gonna tell y'all this. And look, some of this stuff you already know. Some of this stuff y'all know that I don't even know, and you didn't read it in no book. You didn't read some of this stuff that y'all know you did not read in a book. You don't know how you know. Just like I didn't know how I knew about sound confirmation. I never heard of it, never read it in a book. I'm telling y'all, deep in our souls, y'all, somewhere deep in our souls, we already know how to do these rituals. We already know how to do whatever it is that we need to do. And look, I don't know what it is we need to do. I'm telling you, we're getting close to whatever it is. We're figuring it out, and we're going to figure it out. And boy, oh boy, when we do, I'm telling y'all, so much stuff they have hid out there. All the stuff in your mind that you be thinking about, a lot of stuff people will make you think you're crazy. That's real stuff that's been downloaded to your spirit. Oh, yeah. Stormy Weather says, two of somebody's. I feel you, Stormy Weather. Y'all, we getting ready to read a little bit, and then I'm going to let y'all go. Hazelwood says, yes, singing songs is a weapon. They touched on it in the new movie Sinners. You can bring evil or good through music, depending on if you righteous or wicked. Makes sense, don't it? Earth Healing Angel says, because I told them they were in idolatry. I was not even awakened then, but I was on the journey, and they hated how I stayed in the Old Testament Torah Tanakh. Yeah, I bet they did, fam. Stormy Weather says, I will put it like this. I have seen the birth of new earth. Whoa. Whoa, Stormy Weather. Hey, Stormy Weather, you just swung for the fences and knocked one out the park right there. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, Stormy Weather. Whoa, Stormy Weather says, I will put it like this. I have seen the birth of new earth. Wow. Wow, Stormy Weather. Home run. I believe you too, Stormy Weather. Wow. There's a lot of heavy stuff going on, y'all. Hazelwood says, bells give off frequency. They say that's why they are were removed. Okay. You know what? That makes sense. That makes sense, Hazelwoods. Capri 10 says at Hazelwoods, the bells and whistles literally. Y'all see this? Spiritual graduation, y'all. Stormy Weather says all of you guys are right, and it happened. Wow. Stormy Weather says the old ways are our true ways. That's right. Avia says all praises to the Most High. Shalom, Mr. Real Talk and Miss Paka. What's going on, Avia? Shalom to you and shalom to you all. Good to see you, Avia. Good to see every one of you up in here. Y'all, can't y'all feel that we getting warm? Can't y'all feel that we are closer than anybody in the last 2,000 years, y'all, to actually having spiritual power, y'all? Capri 10 says they know this. That's why they constructed the court buildings and other buildings in a manner you can't walk around them. That Jericho story, the reason. Hey, bro, you just swung for the fences with that one, Capri 10. That's a home run, bro. Wow. 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 Stormy Weather says laughing emoji. You do not have to explain. Wow. Wow. Hey, y'all are blowing me away. Earth Feeling Angel says Acura P10. Wow. That's deep, brother. Yes, that is deep. Wow. Hey, y'all, everything, this is all deep, y'all. And we generate a certain kind of energy when we come together, y'all. We generate a certain kind of energy that is conducive to supernatural things. Abiyah says, thank you, Earth Healing Angel. That's right. That's right. Stormy Weather says, that is a blessing. Yes. You know what? Knowing y'all is a blessing and being able to talk to y'all is a blessing. Capri 10 says, at Earth Healing Angel, we are more powerful than we know. Yes, we are. Earth Healing Angel has the looking emoji. Yes. This is deep, y'all. Stormy Weather says, you should talk to the Hebrew widow. She knows more about it than I do. You know what? And I think you talking about are you talking about the lady? I think she calls herself the Hebrew Rose of Jericho. I think that's who you talking about. I'm not sure. I think that's who you're talking about. Earth Healing Angel says, at Brother Mr. Real Talk, your ascension level is amazing. Keep leveling up. Don't let no one intimidate you or make you think you're wicked or crazy. 3D cannot understand 5D. Wow. Hey, wow. Hey, Earth Healing Angel, I'm telling you, all of y'all are literally knocking out the park, and every one of y'all are blowing me away with these comments that I'm reading. Y'all are literally flooring me right now. That's why we haven't been able to do the reading yet, because I'm too busy being floored by all of these comments, y'all. This is pretty unbelievable, to say the least. Y'all, give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. This is crazy. Hit that like button, Hebrew, and give me 1 second. I'm coming, y'all. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm coming. Give me 1 second, family. I promise I'm coming, y'all. Okay, Earth Healing Angel says, brother Mr. Real Talk, your ascension level is amazing. Keep leveling up. Don't let no one intimidate you or make you think you're wicked or crazy. 3D cannot understand 5D. Hey, Earth Healing Angel, I'm going to tell you something right now. That comment right there makes my jaw drop to the floor. I don't know if y'all heard that sound confirmation right after I said that. I'm not lying. That kind of comment, I've never heard nobody say nothing like that, and it's pretty humbling and astounding to even think that you would say something like that. What I can tell you is this: hanging out with y'all, being around y'all, you guys and gals have an energy and a frequency level that is so out of this world. And when we all come together, I'm not making this up, y'all. It's almost like we some kind of Justice League heroes or something. Like, I'm talking physically and spiritually. When I tell y'all I can feel y'all spirits, sound confirmation that I'm not making that up. Y'all, this device seems to keep on wanting to back me up when I say certain things, y'all. I'm starting to think that that's definitely one of my spiritual powers. And what we gonna find out, y'all, a lot of us have the same spiritual powers, and then some of us have different ones. I know, I've been telling people this for a while. I know that there's some of us who can do things we only can imagine. But we don't know that we can do these things because ain't no school for this. Nobody's gonna tell you this. This is the part of the game we talked about before a couple of months ago, the spiritual side. You got the side of the game where there's books and there's manuals and instructions, the scriptures. That's the physical part. And then you got the spiritual part of the game where it ain't nothing written down. Everything that you got to learn is invisible. That right there alone scares the hell out of most of our people. So they say, oh, hell no, that's evil. How the hell is it evil to think that you can deal with the Most High without looking into a book? At some point in time, our ancestors did not have a book. Either books were not written yet, or all the enemies had seized all the books. You got to understand that there is a way for you to deal with your God, regardless of whether there's a book around or not. That's the part of the game ain't nobody going to teach us. We're going to have to be courageous enough to figure it out on our own. We know Yahweh is the only God. We know that we got to keep the commandments. Keep that as big weapons in your back pocket and just forge forward. And we all can do it. And we are doing it. I'm telling y'all, every time we meet up and do these lives, I can feel it. I get power from y'all. Y'all get power from each other. We get power from each other. I'm telling y'all, this is spiritual, y'all. Imagine if we was all somewhere in the same room, under the same roof. I'm telling y'all, if the people who were on this live chat right now was some way, somehow, all in the same building, we'd shake that building. Whoever was in that building would be instantly drawn to us, even if they might hate us. But they wouldn't be able to do nothing to us. Can't make this up, y'all. And I know what I'm saying is the fact. Hazelwood says, read Deuteronomy 32, Song of Moses at the end. We need a daily reminder to make sure we continue to obey our Creator and the consequences of not doing so. All praises to the Most High alone. 100. That's right, Hazelwoods. That's true. Y'all, we are getting back to those old ways, y'all. Earth Healing Angel says, it was so sad how they gang attacked brother Isaiah Israel on his live last night, calling him evil because of teaching us about our power returning. Yeah, you know what? It pisses me off. And see, they try to do that to piss him off and to discourage him, to get him to stop making videos, and they try to discourage people from watching him to make people look at him and say, that brother going off, so y'all don't listen to him, so that we don't get our powers back. You think our enemies want us knowing any of this stuff? But you know what? Shout out to Israel Kingdom and Saints, because that brother don't give a damn. And he is a zealot. See, to be that kind of zealot, the Most High had to make his forehead strong against our enemy's forehead. Just like all of y'all. To be able to stand 10 toes down and stand firm in these days, the Most High got to make our forehead strong against our enemy's forehead. That's the only way. Because the whole world is against us. And they call us names, call us wicked. And see, if we're not careful, listening to the shouts of the world trying to overpower us, they'll get in your head and make you second guess yourself and start thinking, hey, maybe I am going off. Maybe I am wicked. Maybe I should be looking into all these things, even though the ancient holy Israelites was doing all of this stuff and a whole lot more. I'm telling you, we nose diving into the rabbit hole of truth, and we've been doing that for the last 16 months, and we don't give a damn what we find. If it's true, it's true, and we are not going to shy away from it or run from it. We too late in the game. We too deep in the game for any of that stuff. Stormy Weather says they do not have spiritual power. Heck no, they don't. Zero, Stormy Daniels. And they don't want to have it neither. Capri 10 says, if you try to buy a harp, you might have to clean out your bank account or sell your house. Laughing emoji. Crazy, right? Stormy Weather says, clapping emoji. Earth Healing Angel says at Capri 10, if you would like a harp, you will get one. And you won't have to cut your leg or arm. Y'all will provide you with it. And you know what? That's crazy. And y'all know what? That's crazy. Never in my life have I ever desired or even wanted to have a harp. Family, all of a sudden now I want a harp. All of a sudden I want a harp. And I've never wanted a harp before. Something in my spirit wants a harp. And you know what? I'm going to get one too. Do I know how to play a harp? Absolutely not. But I'm going to find out. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Wow. Y'all see why we like to go live? And you know what? I believe that seed was just planted in my spirit just now. Hearing brother Capri 10 say what he say and hearing Earth Angel say what she say, all of a sudden now I want a harp. Brother J.I. Meadow says, hello, my Hebrew FBA people, worldwide thumbs up people. Shout out to you, Brother J.I. Meadows. Shout out to all the FBA worldwide. And you better hit the like button as you come in his house amongst the broskies and the sis stars. That's right. Shout out to you, Brother J.I. Meadows. Always a pleasure, brother. Abby I says, my sister Earth Angel and I wish that you and some of the other brothers were on the live with Brother Isaiah. My sister and I had to stand up for him and his wife because he was vulnerable. You know what? I wish I would have been over there. And you know what? I think I might have caught some of the playback. I heard him, he was getting on some nigga, talking about how the nigga was talking crazy about his wife, calling his wife out her name and all this old crazy stuff, trying to discourage brothers. I saw some of the playback. Matter of fact, I still got to go back and watch some more of the playback of that brother's videos after I get off of here later on. But yeah, I wish I was over there. Because they definitely be trying to gang up on that brother. Because you know what? They know what he's saying is true, and they like, no, we can't let them figure it out. But brother Israel Kingdom of Saints, That brother is a strong-spirited brother. He's a very zealous brother. Israel Kingdom of Saints, stay strong, brother. Stay strong, brother. And don't give up, brother. We with you, brother. Y'all go subscribe to Israel Kingdom of Saints channel. Your brother is bringing out an overwhelming flood. Sound confirmation. He's bringing out an overwhelming flood of very critical information, y'all. Go over there and support that brother. Sound confirmation. Earth Healing Angel says, at J.R. Meadows, welcome and shalom, brother. That's right. Stormy Weather says, fire emoji. That's right. Abiyah says, out there alone when they called his wife a HOE. Yeah, that really pissed me off when I heard that. That really pissed me off. And you know what? Whoever this governor nigga is, whoever he is, the nigga better tread lightly. And you know what? He's probably been on this channel. He just ain't said nothing yet. He might be over here if he's not over here already. That nigga better tread lightly, whoever he is. You see, one thing we understand around here, I don't know that governor nigga, I don't know if he's an Israelite or if he's a heathen or what. But I do know one thing. See, we ain't those friendly brews. We friendly to the people who want to be righteous. If you want to be a jack off and you want to be a demon, we are not going to be friendly to you. Okay? And like I said, I don't know if this governor nigga is an Israelite or not, so I'm a kind of reserve my judgment until I get the info on that. But on this channel, we don't have no problem with asking the Most High to snuff you out and take your life. So you better be careful how you talk to our women. And you call that brother's wife a HOE. Whoever this nigga is, he better tread lightly. Like I said, especially on this channel, we ain't got no problem with asking the Most High to kill you. We definitely will. And when we pray to the Most High in righteousness, okay, like the Christians say, won't he do it? You think he won't do it? You think he won't snuff somebody out if we go to him and we fast and pray? You think he won't do it? And I ain't gonna go into it right now. I've told brothers and sisters on this channel about it before. One time a nigga, my supervisor at my plantation job, was riding me so hard, disrespecting me so hard, bending over backwards to disrespect me. I mean, going above and beyond the call of duty. If we'd have been outside in the street somewhere, I ain't gonna lie, I would have cracked his head wide open. Not because I'm some kind of tough guy, but look, I'm a man, all right? I'm serious about my respect. I give everybody their respect. So when you try to start intentionally or purposely disrespecting me, I can become a serious problem. All right? But since we was at work and this nigga is actually my supervisor at my old plantation, I couldn't crack his head wide open. But you know what I did? I actually did something better. And this was after I became Most High only too. I came home and I prayed to the Most High alone. No Bahashim, no JC. And I didn't pray for the Most High to kill anybody because I knew that this dude was an Israelite. But I said, Most High God, get this nigga off my back. This dude was on my back for months, every single day and twice on Sundays. As soon as I went home and started praying to the Most High, and I was keeping it real with the Most High. I said, Most High, you see what's going on? Get this nigga off my back. About a week and a half later, the Most High killed his father. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Now, remember, I told you, I did not ask the Most High God to kill anybody. If I would have did it, it would have been asking the Most High to kill the guy, my direct supervisor. But I didn't even do that. You know why? Because I said, you know what? Even though I want to open this dude's head up right now, he is still an Israelite. So you know what? I don't want him to die. But I said, Most High, get this nigga. Sound confirmation letting you know that this story is 100% true. Do y'all see part of my spiritual powers, y'all? I'm not saying that to try to make you think I'm somebody. I'm telling you, my apparatus seems to be zealous at times to back me up with sound confirmation. I can't make this up. I'm telling you something that is important. I'm telling you something that is true. I said, I'm not going to ask the Most High God to kill my supervisor because he's the Israelite. But I said, Most High Yahweh, get this nigga off my back. Week and a half later, the Most High killed his dad. Now, I'm telling you, literally, instantly, from that day forward, my supervisor turned into a whole nother person, and he got off of my back. Now, I didn't look, and I wasn't happy about the Most High killing his dad because I didn't want nobody to die because he was an Israelite. But the Most High said, I'm getting this nigga off your back because I don't like what he's doing. Y'all, it got so bad. My supervisor was on my back for no reason. He was disrespecting me so bad. I worked with a lot of thugs and gangsters, all right? Some of them are ex-thugs and gangsters. Some of them are current day thugs and gangsters. So one of the, I ain't gonna even say he was an ex-thug. He was a current thug and gangster. Also an ex-convicted thug and gangster. And he was a current thug and gangster. He got so fucking pissed because of the way my supervisor was disrespecting me. The nigga pulled up on me and said, hey, yo, Mr. Real Talk, what the fuck is up with that nigga disrespecting you like that, yo? My coworker got mad at me. He was so mad. He said, yo, what the fuck is up with that nigga disrespecting you like that, yo? I looked at my coworker. I said, yo, what the fuck? I said, yo, that's what the fuck I'm saying. But I'm looking at him like, you see this shit? My supervisor was on my ass so hard and disrespecting me so much. My coworker got pissed. And this nigga was a real thug, okay? A killer. Straight up, a shooter. In the town that we from, he's known for shooting niggas. He's been to prison. Straight up, nigga's a killer. He stepped to me. He said, hey, yo, Mr. Real Talk, what the fuck is up with that nigga talking to you like that, yo? And I looked at him like, yeah, this is some bullshit, ain't it? And this nigga like got all the way up on my face and like tapped me in my chest, was like, hey, yo, I don't fucking appreciate that shit. Like I said, me and this nigga from the same town, okay? This nigga's a killer. He's a known shooter. Been to prison for shooting people. He got all the way up in my face, tapping me on my chest, looked me in my eye. He said, man, I don't appreciate that shit. Look, when you know niggas and you know how they move, the nigga looked at me like, yo, I'm about to kill this nigga on your behalf. I didn't tell this nigga nothing. I didn't even let on to this nigga that this shit was pissing me the fuck off. But this nigga pulls up on me enraged. He's ready to kill my damn supervisor. If I'm lying, I'm dying. I had to talk my coworker out of crashing out. That's how bad the disrespect was. My coworker was pissed. He was ready to send this nigga to the upper room. And he wasn't even doing it to him, but the disrespect was so outrageous that my coworker, and look, this nigga really liked me. This nigga really took a strong, fun liking to me. Found out we from the same town. That's how niggas is. The nigga really took a strong liking to me. And he was pissed that somebody would have the nerve to disrespect me for no reason. He was ready to kill that nigga. If I'm lying, I'm dying. I had to talk my coworker out of killing my boss. That's how bad it was. But you know what? The Most High killed his father. Why am I telling y'all all that? I'm telling you that because once I started praying to the Most High to get this nigga off my back, the Most High decided to get him off my back by killing his father. Do you hear me? Do you hear me, Hebrew? I'm telling y'all, even in that moment, I had more power than what I realized. The very instant we came into slavery and we found out that my supervisor's dad had died, a feeling came over me and I wasn't happy. I instantly knew his dad died because of my prayers. How do you... Now look, I ain't saying I'm the toughest guy in the world, right? But I consider myself to be a regular, just whatever a regular tough guy is. I ain't no bitch. I ain't no wimp. I ain't no weenie. I'm a regular so-called tough guy, whatever that is, all right? I'm your standard regular guy. I ain't the toughest guy in the world, but don't play with me and don't play with my family, or then I'll become your worst nightmare, believe it or not. You don't have to believe me, but you'll see. That I promise. Y'all, it is such a heavy time right now. I got so much on my mind. You know what I probably think it is too? I got all of y'all heavy hitters in here, and I can feel all of y'all spirit. You know what? That's what it is. I can feel all of y'all spirits, and you know what? Because y'all are so powerful, I'm not making this up. It's kind of overwhelming me right now. And that's the feeling that I'm feeling in my spirit right now. Like I'm kind of being overloaded with too much power. Not mine, y'all's. It's crazy. It is crazy. Abiyah says, thankfully, Brother Daniel showed up. That's right. Always good when the brothers and the sisters come through. Y'all know we've been on here an hour and a half and we haven't read nothing yet. We're going to keep it short, y'all. We're going to read one chapter. Sound confirmation. Letting you know that what? We're going to read that one chapter, y'all. Hold up, too. Hold up. Y'all see how much fun we be having when we be in here, though? Look, I'm going to read all these comments. Then we're going to read one chapter, y'all. But you know what? It ain't no sweat if we only read one chapter, because sometimes we need to do just what we're doing right now. Sometimes we might not even read nothing. Sometimes we just come in here and just talk. J.R. Meadows says, the Most High got us forever. Yes, he does. Stormy Weather says, deep in our dry bones, we know. Confirmation, Stormy Weather. Stormy Weather says, earth healing angel, preach. Bring it out. Bring it out, Akote. Stormy Weather says, 3D cannot understand 5D. Laughing emoji. Yeah. Hey, that's, you know what? I'm going to be thinking about that one tonight. That was a heavy one right there. Y'all, we go through all the gamut of emotions on these live streams, y'all. Earth Healing Angel says, as Stormy Weather, since you seeing the new earth got me want to level all the way up, laugh out loud. No wonder your name is Stormy Weather. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. J.I. Meadows says, we appreciate you, champ. Keep bringing the Most High word. That's right. All praises to the Most High. Brother, I appreciate all of y'all. Y'all are one of them ones. Y'all had a nigga on here singing earlier in the live stream. Y'all had a nigga singing. Stormy Weather says, thank you. How sweet. Yeah, that's true, Stormy Weather. You know what? Wow. Some of y'all got names that describe you and describe your abilities or what you've been through, what you've seen. This is crazy, y'all. You know what? This is probably one of the most spiritual live streams maybe that we've ever done. All this talk about spiritual power and spiritual stuff unveiling right here in live time. Like Earth Healing Angel says at J.R. Meadows, yes, we really appreciate him and his call and gift. No cap for real. Hey, y'all. Hey, J.R. Meadows and Earth Healing Angel. Y'all, I'm telling y'all. I appreciate y'all with these kind comments like this. Y'all got no idea. Y'all got no idea how humbling that is for me to hear something like that coming from both of y'all, from anybody, let alone people like y'all. It's completely humbling and completely overwhelming. And I guarantee you it will be one of the things that is heavy on my mind tonight whenever I get finished doing all of the stuff I got to do, and I'm finally in my bed, whenever that is, these are the kind of things that go through my mind, and it's very humbling, very mind-blowing, and it's also very encouraging about where the nation of Israel is headed to. It makes me smile. Stormy Weather says God is pouring into so we can catch up to present day. That's right, Stormy Weather. The Most High is uploading to us, and he's doing it quickly. I know our enemies are like, how the hell are they figuring this stuff out? Capri 10 says, at Earth Healing Angel, truth in time, the Most High will provide. That's right. That's right, Capri 10. We getting it, brother. Stormy Weather says, what? What the hell? I am mad already. Stormy Weather says, why did you not put us on notice? Earth Healing Angel says, as Stormy Weather, sis, believe me when I say I wish I could have gotten all of us to fight for the brother and his wife last night. Hey, yeah, when I was watching that playback, I was pissed off. I was like, yeah, it looked like they ain't here trying to jump my brother. But yeah, definitely, if I'm ever around and I see something like that, I'm definitely gonna slide through. Israel Kingdom of Saints is one of them ones, and we must protect that brother at all costs. Oh yeah, that brother. Hey, Israel Kingdom of Saints, wherever you are, brother, we appreciate what you're doing, man. And we love you, bro. Earth Healing Angel says, Gov called me and my sister Abby our agents. I nearly fell out laughing. He said, I do not know y'all. Laugh out loud. And you know what? That's the kind of stuff that makes me think Gov is a fucking agent. Coming on here accusing y'all. Yeah, something definitely up with that nigga. He probably an agent his damn self. Projecting onto y'all. Capri 10 says he might be that dude off of Walking Dead, the governor. Hey, that's crazy. Stormy Weather says, well, he needs more backup. Let's stop playing. That's right. Hey, everybody. Make sure y'all subscribe to Israel Kingdom of Saints channel. And whenever you see these blood-drinking, body-eating idolaters come in and start talking crazy, check them niggas. And check them with the scriptures. Y'all know how to swing that Old Testament only sword. Earth Healing Angel says, at Brother Mr. Real Talk, your light, irritated, high. Y'all don't play about the chosen ones. They are writing comic decks. They are too expensive upon their own heads. And you know what? Comic deck does build up. The Most High builds that thing up. And when it comes crashing down, you better watch out. You better watch out. Earth Healing Angel says, wow. Yeah. Wow is right, Earth Healing Angel. Wow is right. And when I say this dude was on my ass, this dude was on my ass every single day. And the thing that really made me mad, see, the way that I was raised, you show people their respect and you treat people the way they're supposed to be treated. If you don't, it's going to be a serious problem. And I knew that from a young age. Be respectful, okay? But this dude, literally from the very first day I started my old job, I mean, within 5 minutes, my supervisor was disrespecting the hell out of me. I was like, hey, yo, what the fuck? I was like, yo, what the hell is going on? Because this ain't right. I'm like, what makes this nigga think that he can play with me like that? And this dude don't even know me. How did he know I'm not a killer? How he know I'm not one of them niggas who just can't take being disrespected and will crash out? Like a lot of niggas I know, it doesn't matter if they work or not. Sometimes if a nigga just get disrespected to a certain level, a nigga just gonna go in and take you out right there and just go do life in prison, right? But it's not worth doing that. Not all the time it's not worth doing that, right? And I'm like, My first day at work, 5 minutes in, and this nigga's already playing with me. I was like, I know what it is. He think I'm a bitch. Because I'm at work, because I'm not sending him to the upper room. He think he can play with me. And he did that shit every day. Until I went home and prayed to the Most High. I said, Most High, get this nigga off my back. Week and a half later, his father was dead. Kids, you not. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Earth Healing Angel says, wow. Yeah. And now that I look back on it, I'm starting to think that maybe it was because this nigga just saw something in my spirit. And I was the Most High only at this time. Maybe he didn't know that, but maybe he identified something in my spirit from day one. And he just said, man, I don't like this nigga. And he was on me from the get-go. But the Most High killed his dad. Ever since then, he treated me like the nicest person in the world. I couldn't believe it. Stormy Weather says, as far as you know, his dad might have been the supervisor problem. Wow. 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 Hey, Stormy Weather. Wow. Hey, Stormy Weather. This is why we go live, y'all. So we can talk like this in live time. Do y'all realize we've been on here for 1 hour and 40 minutes just talking? I love it. Abiel says, as you were talking about wanting a harp, it came to me that it is what they call the instrument they use to manipulate the weather using frequencies. I believe they use it to open portals also. The harp. Abiel. This is why we like to go live, y'all. Stormy Weather says, the weather too. Smiling emoji. Stormy Weather says, you're feeling childlike? Wow. Earth Feeling Angel says, laugh out loud. Stormy Weather says, he take their heads off. That's right. Earth Feeling Angel says, that's why I was saying your light irritated his demons. Chosen ones always attracting these toxic, envious folks. Hey, facts, Earth Healing Angel. And look, and I didn't even think about that probably to maybe like a couple of weeks ago. And this happened like a year, this happened like 2 years ago. And you know what it had me thinking too? I said, wow, if the Most High will kill somebody for me, and I didn't even ask him to, I asked the Most High, get this nigga off my back. And I went home and I prayed that prayer vigorously every day for a week and a half. Week and a half later, his father was dead. And I ain't gonna lie, that scared me, y'all, because I instantly knew that he was dead because of my prayers. Y'all, imagine how you would feel. This ain't no movie stuff, y'all. I'm telling you. I can't even describe the feeling that came over me. I'll tell you this, I was not happy. I'm not going to say I was scared, but I was definitely a little shaken up and astounded because I don't know about y'all. Look, maybe y'all have had that happen before. I've never had the Most High kill somebody when I start praying, y'all. That kind of shook me up. And I was like, whoa, once it really sunk all the way in, and I realized that even if I didn't ask it, the Most High killed somebody for me. So what will he do if I actively, consciously asked him to kill somebody on my behalf? Do y'all see what I'm saying? And at that point, I wasn't even into asking the Most High to take people out. I am now. But 2 years ago, I wasn't. I just wanted this nigga to leave me the hell alone. And the Most High killed his dad by default. So I started thinking, what would happen if I consciously pray and say, hey, Most High, take that guy out right there? I'm telling y'all, like the Christians say, won't he do it? And I'm telling y'all, last summer, the book of Psalms changed my life. And now I understand why. Because the book of Psalms is literally, y'all go look it up when you get a chance. Go Google Psalm magic. There is a such thing as Psalm magic, y'all. Whether you know it or not, whether you like it or not. Look, whether you agree with it or not, there is a such thing called Psalm magic, y'all. Go Google it when you get a chance. All right, we're going to do this reading quick, and then I'm going to let y'all go. Abiyah says, at stormy weather, yeah, they manipulate the weather, but not you. Stormy weather, they can't touch you. The Most High got you. That's right. Earth Healing Angel says, you saw how Baba David in the Psalms was praying some things on his enemies. Y'all don't play about us, about you or us. You right, fam. And I'm telling y'all, last summer, the book of Psalms changed my life. That's when it clicked. Something spiritual clicked, and now I know why. Because some of that stuff I was listening to was literal Psalm magic. And I kept on doing it, kept on doing it, kept on doing it. I listened to the whole book of Psalms multiple times last summer, and I'm getting ready to start doing it again. And that's when it clicked for me last summer that not only is it acceptable and okay, but you should be praying for the Most High to kill your enemies. The other nations, without a doubt, they come against you, ask the Most High to flatline them, to snuff them out, period. And that's what the book of Psalms taught me. It's not just okay. You should be doing it. And won't he do it? Yes, he will. I'm a living witness to that. He killed my supervisor's dad. Okay? I'm not going to even break this down. I'm going to read this straight through. Okay? Because we've been on here a very long time already. I got a lot of stuff I got to do, and I know you do too. It's a short chapter. Chapter 4. You guys can rewind this little chapter as many times as you want and pull out what you want and meditate on it. Chapter 4 of the Revelation of Zephaniah. Then I walked with the messenger of Yahweh. You know these are angels. Then I walked with the messenger of Yahweh. I looked before me, and I saw a place there. Thousands of thousands and myriads of messengers entered through it. Their faces were like a leopard, their tusk being outside their mouth like wild boars. Their eyes were mixed with blood. Their hair was loose like the hair of women, and fiery scourges were in their hands. When I saw them, I was afraid. I said to that messenger who walked with me, of what sort are these? He said to me, yeah, I want to know that too. He said to me, these are the servants of all creation who come to the souls of ungodly men and bring them and leave them in this place. Whoa. They spend 3 days going around with them in the air before they bring them and cast them into their continuous punishment. Hey, family, do you hear this? I said, I implore you, O Lord, do not give them authority to come to me. Hey, y'all, do y'all hear this? Zephaniah saw these spiritual things, these spirits in the spirit realm, and you heard what he said. It was so many of these things. He said to the Most High, I implore you. He said, oh Lord, do not give them authority to come to me. Zephaniah saw these things and he was afraid. Sound confirmation, letting you know that this is a true story. He says, oh Lord, do not give them authority to come to me. The messenger said, do not fear. I will not permit them to come to you because you are pure before Yahweh. That's why we say time X, purity and becoming one, so that the angels don't give you to these things. Did you see this? He says, do not fear. I will not permit them to come to you because you are pure before Yahweh. I will not permit them to come to you because the Lord Almighty sent me to you because you are pure before him. Then he beckoned to them, and they withdrew themselves, and they ran from me. Wow. Hey, y'all. Can you say wow? Y'all, this is supposed to be in your Old Testament. But the church said, don't read this, don't read that. Family, do y'all hear this? Hey, family, consider yourself highly favored and blessed from the Most High God to be able to hear this kind of. You're getting a real live peekaboo into the spirit realm. Zephaniah saw these things. It said he was afraid. He said they had fiery things in their hands and they fly. Y'all heard what he said. You can go back and rewind that again. You know what? Matter of fact, we're gonna have to pull up on that again, not right now, because we've been on here for 2 hours almost, and I gotta go because it's getting late. I got a lot of stuff I gotta do, y'all, and I gotta be right back up to wake the roosters up for slavery. But this was so important, I had to do this, y'all. Do y'all hear what we just read? Go back and rewind that last part as many times as you need to and see what your ancestors saw. Abiyah says, as stormy weather, yeah, they manipulate the weather. Okay, now we got that. Stormy weather says, thank the Most High for this cover. Yes, definitely stormy weather. Earth Healing Angel says, wow. Wow is right. Stormy weather says, round of applause, bullseye. Earth Healing Angel says, so deep. Yes, it is, y'all. I hope that y'all were edified by this. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Next time we come on here, we're going to have to backtrack a little bit and go over that again. Meditate on that and all that we've talked about. Tav X, purity and becoming one. You remember Zephaniah said, oh, Yahweh, please do not let them come near me. And that angel said, what? Fear not. I will not let them come near you. Why? Because he's pure before Yahweh. Do y'all see that? Become pure, and then we won't have to worry about that. Zephaniah was very afraid. And he said that angel beckoned to those things, and then those things, they ran away from Zephaniah. Do you see that? When the Most High sent his hitters, not all angels are created equal. When that angel beckons to those spirits, I wonder, what did he say? Did he just look at them, or did he just snap his fingers and say, hey, get out of here? Whatever he did, they ran away from Zephaniah. Tav X Hebrews, purity and becoming one. Stormy weather says, like, go to work. That's like what it is, right? Stormy weather sent them to go to work to torment somebody else. When I get off of here, I'm going to read that again myself, because I never read that before I read it with y'all. We're reading this together. Tav X Hebrews, I'm out.